It was the funniest thing I'd ever seen. Oh, hey, everybody. Welcome. It's MCU Mondays. Welcome to MCU Mondays, Geek News Now. We are here to talk about the MCU and whatever else crosses our mind. Marvel. We love Marvel. So we're here to talk about that. So if you haven't been with us, we're going through the Daredevil, the Netflix series Daredevil. We're going to follow that up with Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and then Iron Fist, and then go into the Defenders. At some point, and I hate to say this,
You forgot Punisher.
Oh, Punisher. Yeah.
I think he comes out after Daredevil.
Oh, okay. Well, because, he appears in Daredevil, so... One thing that I was actually thinking about that we might have to do, and I'm not real sure, we might have to do the Inhumans, but I haven't thought that far ahead because that was just horrible. I don't know if you saw that or not, but it was not good.
Well, when it was out, I didn't even realize it was Marvel, so I didn't pay any attention to it.
Happy Monday.
Mondays are never happy.
Mondays are, well, when we get to MCU, Mondays are happy because it happens in the evening, and that means Monday's almost over with. In some parts of the world, it's Tuesday already.
I can't wait for Tuesday, tomorrow night.
What's tomorrow night? Tuesday. Oh, Ahsoka.
God.
I'm that. Hey, all right.
I have to remind you to watch it.
Well, see, here's the thing is that I am now a band parent, a high school marching band parent. Luke is in the band and he is amazing and he's great and everything. And we've got something going on like every night this week. I mean, it's just, it's a madcap. And I'm just like, what's Tuesday? Oh, Tuesday's something's going on. I know.
Only one of the biggest events ever, TV wise.
Yeah. And you know what happens the next Tuesday, right? A week from Tuesday?
Ahsoka.
No, ma'am. That would be my birthday is next Tuesday.
Oh,
so biggest event ever.
Okay.
I'll just put it out there. If you're watching, you want to throw gifts and lavishes my way, that's fine. I don't care. Anyway, let's roll through let's do our theme and then we'll get right into Daredevil. So let's get the
Very nice. Very nice.
Somebody been playing around with their video editor a little bit. Just a little bit.
Wish I had time to mess with mine, but no.
Just a little bit. Just figuring out some cool things, putting pieces of the puzzle together. In another year or two, I'll probably be an expert and just throw everything up. So, well, Daredevil. We are on episode 3. Yes, 3.
Yes, Rabbit in a
Snowstorm. Yeah. We get our first look at Wilson Fisk in this one, which, if I was to have a man crush on anyone, I think Vincent D'Onofrio would be it. I've got like 3 of them. It's like Vincent D'Onofrio, Neil Flynn, and
who's Neil Flynn?
He played the janitor on Scrubs.
Oh, okay. The tall guy.
Yeah. Okay. I think me and him could just hang out and, do whatever. And Michael Chiklis. Michael Chiklis would be the other one. Would be the third one. Yes, Neil Flynn was actually Neil Flynn. Yeah, he was in uh, The Fugitive, and he was also in um, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. He was in a Harrison Ford movie twice. There was actually a joke made about that in Scrubs, where it's like, maybe I was in a Harrison Ford movie. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
Oh,
So there you go.
that's a good one.
Anyway, all right. Let's talk Daredevil. This one starts off with
In the balloon alley.
yeah, what was that? What was that line from Daredevil? I thought this was going to be a superhero movie, but that guy just got murdered. This one starts with a straight up murder.
Murder by bowling ball.
The we get our hitman, I guess is the way to say it. He's wanting to bowl. The other guy's bowling. He buys a gun, which okay. Here's one of the issues.
Turk Barrett.
Yeah, but and see, here's one of the issues that I have with this part of it. I don't know any weapons, and maybe I'm wrong, but when weapons are shipped, generally they don't have the magazine in them. You know, and he opened up a brand new box like it was, oh, this is a fresh, fresh new box and brand new guns and everything else. Generally, they don't have the magazines loaded. You have to, that comes separately and whatever.
Well, I mean, they probably do if they come from a reputable company, but I'm assuming that was not the case.
They was not a reputable company.
Right. They probably got them on the cheap somewhere.
Maybe. Well, of course, because the gun jammed. He even said as much. He's like, I'd rather have a revolver because then I know it won't jam.
My guns don't jam.
And then what happened? The gun jammed. Yeah. Oh, we've got chat. We've got chat going on, and I'm sitting here looking at the videos. Man, I am just horrible. It's because it was in the script. Had to happen.
How things work.
Well, no, it's not because it was in the script. It's because it has to look cool. When he pulls it out and he smells it and he smells that gun, oh, and then he's got to drop the clip and slap it back in to, maybe, charge it and everything. You got to make all the cool sounds and noises and do all the cool things so it's a gun. It's cool. Yeah. So, I would say it's in the script. It's like, do something with the gun to make it look cool. Make it look cool. Make yourself look cool. Just do the normal stuff with it. So, anyway, the gun jams. He ends up beating the crap out of the guy with a bowling ball.
Paraska, I believe was his name. Paraska.
Yep, I think you're right. I've got the sheet up right here. I'm looking. Oh, I don't see. Oh, yeah, there it is. And then he hides the gun, and then he goes and gets arrested. He stashes the gun in the
underneath the arcade.
Yeah, the pinball game. Yeah.
Then he surrenders. All part of the plan.
It's all part of the plan. Oh, yes, that is right. She's talking about the guns still. I'm sure she's got to be. So anyway, he surrenders, and then we get the creepy guy. Is that a good way to put that?
Creepy evil guy, Mr. Wesley, Mr. James Wesley.
Mr. Wesley. And, I keep looking at this, and I really could see James Spader in this role. just because of the way he is. And I keep thinking, oh, that's what they should have gotten. I was like, no, I can't do that because that's Ultron, and it's different. But
well, I don't know if you've ever watched him in The Blacklist.
I've seen like the first 2 seasons, I want to say.
That's a good show, and
it's amazing. Yeah,
he's charming, but yet at times, well, a lot of times, he can be very evil and creepy. So
The Blacklist.
He would have done well in this role.
Well, that one, and even in Boston Legal, some of his stuff in Boston Legal was like, you're like, oh, he's kind of creepy, but not really. So
not so creepy that you would hate him, but
yeah, but so creepy that you would look at him and kind of want to second guess him a little bit and say, what's
I wouldn't trust him any further than I could throw him.
Well, and that's what happens with Matt too. We get a lot of insight into Matt's superpowers. Do we want to call him that? Where he's listening to heart rates, he's judging people based on their actions, even though he can't see their actions.
Watching their or listening to a specific watch.
Yeah. And even at the end when they get the jury and he's listening and he's like, oh, by the way, we're talking spoilers. So if you haven't seen Daredevil, we're gonna spoil this episode. But hung jury.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, again, I've said
it's been out for years.
I've said this before, and I'll say it again. If you haven't seen it, what is wrong with you? Good grief! I mean, this one premiered in 2015. It's been 8 years. 8 years ago, this premiered. So if you haven't seen it by now, you're just SOL. Go watch it. If you don't have Netflix and you can't watch it on that, it's on Disney Plus. Go watch it on Disney Plus. If you don't have Disney Plus and you don't have Netflix, you need to get one or the other.
Tough nuggies.
Is it still on Netflix? Or did they pull it?
No, I think they pulled it. I think it's just exclusively on Disney Plus now.
Okay. So anyway, we get a lot of insight into Matt. We get a lot of insight. We really get a lot of insight into Foggy as well, because it's I want to make money. And then when it comes down to, okay, well, we've got a case for you, and it's like, oh, I don't know that we should be doing this. This is kind of bad. And Matt's like, no. We need to make the money. It's all good.
Well, Matt had ulterior motives.
Matt had, yeah.
Because he doesn't trust Mr. Creepy Wesley, so he's wanting to take the case just to try and find out,
dig a little further into the
who is the actual client.
And I mean, it's very blatantly obvious that that's what he's doing. It's like, oh, I need to see who this is so I can get closer to who that is. So, which is good. I mean, sure, whatever. Even goes so far as to follow him out of the office, following his
watch,
his ticking.
Tick. Ouch.
Then we get kind of a little subplot going. We've got I'm going to say his name wrong. Ben Urich, or Urich.
I think it's Urich.
Urich, like Urukai. Urukai. Anyway, Urich. And he's a reporter. He was actually in, I like watching this because I'm a fan of the Daredevil movie, the one with Ben Affleck. And so seeing characters that have come over from the movie, and I've never read any of the comic books as far as Daredevil goes, so if I sound like an idiot here, I apologize, but it's nice seeing some of these characters that were in the movie come over from the movie and are in the show, and you people are probably looking at me going, well, they were in the comic books too, and I was like, More power to you. Yes, I believe you.
Not everybody reads the comics.
I have
or all the comics, I should say.
Not all the comics. I would like to go. We've got a lovely half price books close here. I'd love to go and get a couple of the trade paperbacks, Daredevil, Iron Fist. I do own Luke Cage. I've got a couple of Luke Cage comic books, so good there. But Jessica Jones, just a few of them that we're going over, and that way I can say, oh yeah, okay. But I haven't got that far yet. It's August. It's hot outside. I want to go walking around. School started. Work is just work, and all that. Life gets in the way. Can't do the fun stuff. So anyway, all right. So he's having issues with his boss. Is that his wife that's in the hospital too? I think.
Yeah, because there was a wedding ring beside her bed.
And what is wrong with her? I was trying to think of that.
They didn't really say. I think they might later on, but I'm thinking she has cancer or something.
And she had a good day. She was awake for like 30 minutes and asked for you. It was like, poor guy. He's trying to keep her in a single room. He's pulling strings and trying to get things. But again, it's a subplot. It's something going on, and you kind of look at it and go, well, he's the one that's eventually going to be. He's like what was the guy in Batman, in the Michael Keaton Batman? The reporter Knox. He's like the reporter that's following Batman around, trying to put Batman in a good light, kind of thing. So I think this is kind of what his deal is. But you got to think, how are these characters all going to intersect and cross? But we get that. We get Foggy.
It comes into play later.
Yeah. We get Foggy and Karen. Next time we go, what was the line? Next time we decide to stay out all night.
Don't drink the eel.
Don't drink. Just a little hungover on that one. And Karen's got her own stuff going on too, because another subplot. And this one kind of ties together, I think, with Fisk, if I remember correctly. So all of this is, because this is like not a subcontractor, but it's like a smaller company that's owned by the same company that Fisk owns. She was in trouble for tracking down a money laundering scheme that she was
using grant money improperly or skimming off the top.
And she was blowing the whistle on that, basically, and that's why she got in trouble and she got fired. And now we've got their lawyers coming up and asking to sign an NDA and
a lump sum of 6 months of salary. Try to keep her quiet. Can't talk about it anymore.
If you were in that situation and you knew something bad was happening and somebody offered you 6 months salary to shut your mouth and you didn't have to go work for it, would you take it?
Well,
how about those of you watching? Would you take 6 months severance? I'm just curious, because basically what they're doing here is bribing her. They're saying, here, keep your yapper shut. We'll give you this.
I mean, if I was in the same situation as the wife, I probably would, because I'd be afraid that they'd come after.
They got him. Why wouldn't they come after me? Mm-hmm. And that was something else that was brought up quite a bit. Yeah, Shield Maiden said they'd have to offer me more than 6 months, and I think I agree with you on that one. I'd almost say maybe a year to a year and a half, maybe even 2 years.
It'd have to be $1 bajillion for me.
A bajillion. But we had again, that was something that was brought up, like I said, to where they've talked about, oh, if you, and it was most prominent at the end, if you they're not only going to get to me, but they're going to get to everyone that I care about and do the same thing. I think was the exact line. So not only will they get to me, because I've given you his name at this point, so not only will they get to me, but they're going to get to everybody that I know. So, and yeah, again, the wife, that probably filters back to her to where she's like, okay, fine, I'll keep my yapper shut and you can give me money and we'll call it good. So, but she did go to apologize to her. Karen did, I mean. We weren't doing anything, blah blah blah. Which they weren't. It was just
no.
He
worked
in
HR. No, he worked in it was either legal or finance.
Oh, I think it was legal, yeah.
And but the wife basically said it's not your fault because I'm the one that told him, if you know something's wrong,
yeah,
you got to go do something about it. So
what about that? Now why would you, if you knew something like that was going on, regardless of whether they paid you a severance package, would you go to the cops or would you go to the newspaper like she did?
Well, I mean, really, it wasn't her that went to the newspaper. It
No.
was Matt. But evidently she's had dealings with the cops before, didn't trust them. That's why she was yelling at Matt, don't take it to the cops.
Yeah.
Because maybe she's tried and they didn't do anything.
Well,
probably because they're being bought off.
I was going to say, I think their Fisk has him in his pocket, so he's his control. We're beginning to see the reach of the kingpin, which we never call him that, and it's always Fisk. It's always Fisk. It's always Matt. It's always Tony. It's always, well, Thor is Thor no matter what. Banner, this is something. Okay, so my son, my youngest son, he's 4 years old. I was teaching him to play the PlayStation, and we started off on Lego Star Wars Ultimate Skywalker Edition. Well, he went into my games and he said, "Oh, you've got Lego Marvel Superheroes. Look at this. This one has Spider-Man in it. It's Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, by the way." So I was like, "Yeah, sure, we can sit down and play that one." So we played that one. And he loves it. Hey, it's, oh, look at all these characters. I mean, there's hundreds of characters on this thing. I mean, you've got Medusa and Black Bolt and Black Panther and Captain America, a bunch of lesser knowns, a bunch of more knowns, Gwenpool, Squirrel Girl, Chipmunk Boy. I mean, it's just, it's all over the place. No, I'm sorry, it's Koi Boy. I mean, seriously, it's like, where do they come up with this stuff? And it's like, no, seriously, that's a comic book character. And you're like, why? Why? But anyway, they never call them by their names. It's in the movies. It's always, you sit down and try to show a 4-year-old, oh, look, this is the Avengers movie. And he's like, oh, the Avengers. And the only person he sees that he knows is like, oh, that's Hulk. Yeah, that's the Hulk. Yeah. Well, who's that guy? That's Thor. He doesn't look like Thor. Who's that guy? That's Iron Man. No, they keep calling him Tony. That's not Iron Man. So it's just he doesn't get the secret identity versus non-secret identity kind of thing. So, which I always had a problem with in the MCU. It's like nobody has, other than Spider-Man, nobody has a secret identity. So, and for some reason, even that we can't. Who cares? That would be my opinion. Hey, I don't care if everybody knows I'm Spider-Man. Oh, Shield Maiden said you go to the feds. Yeah, maybe. If you're going to be a whistleblower. I bet the feds give you a reward of some kind too. Maybe they'll give you 6 months severance.
Well, they might be able to put her into witness protection.
General Kenobi. Ha ha! I got you. How are you, Andrew? I know what you're doing. I see you. Throwing some Star Wars at us. That's fine. I'll take it. It to answer your question, it is going very well. We're just sitting here talking about Daredevil a little bit, having some fun with that. We didn't even see Daredevil until like 40 minutes into this one. I kept thinking, is he gonna be here? And it wasn't until the female juror. Yeah, it was the female juror that was threatened, and the guy was like, just, you gotta hold on and blah 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 blah. Yes, I'll buy that. That's not a criminal though, because you're still blowing the whistle. That's like an anti-hero thing. Or I'm looking out for me thing. I'll go with that one. But yeah, it was like 40. I think it was about 40 minutes in, 40 or 41 minutes in, that he finally showed up. I mean, a lot of this was Matt and Foggy, and they're doing a lot. The interrogation of I say interrogation.
It was questioning of Healy, the punk. Healy the punk.
And Healy, that was another good line, was obviously because he kept using the legal jargon. And like, oh, obviously you've done this before.
Not my first rodeo.
That's right. So Matt figures out that, and again we get the heart rate thing. Matt figures out that one of the jurors is on the take.
Blackmailed,
whatever. And they get that juror dismissed after he beats the crap out of the guy that threatened her. And he didn't really threaten her. It was just a kind of a subtle reminder. You're almost done.
Yeah, just hang in there, buddy.
Almost there. You're almost there.
But it really didn't help anything because they just found somebody else to blackmail.
Yeah.
Ends up in a hung jury. Which Matt knew right away because
the heart rate for the
he started hearing the heart rate, and then I'm not sure if he heard the watch first or the heart rate first, but he put two and two together and realized that Mr. Weasley or Wesley or whatever his name is.
Weasley's the Harry Potter one. That's a different show.
That's why I wrote it several times in my notes as Weasley. And then I was like, wait, that's Harry Potter.
That's the Harry Potter guy. What am I doing with that?
I tend to get my fandoms mixed up, so typical for me.
It's okay. So Matt. No, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to see what you said. I'm just kidding. Let's see. They get the hung jury, and then Matt goes and confronts the
Healy,
the hitman, and we already know that he can fight. We know that not Matt Healy. We know that Healy can fight because he took on what's his name's two goons, and then he took on him and beat the crap out of him. So I mean, we know he is a formidable match for Matt. Not formidable, but he could hold his own.
Yeah, and he kept up quite a bit there.
And of course, eventually Matt ends up on top, beats him down. Who are you working for? I don't know. Who are you working for? Okay, fine. He stabs him. Got a piece of glass and he stabbed him. We're going see, Matt's doing it all Batman style at this point. To where it's like I'm gonna beat the crap out of him and scare him to death, and then they'll give me the information so they'll think I'll stop beating the crap out of them. So, and then we got the line. He was like, they're gonna get me. They're gonna get everybody I care about. You should have just killed me.
Coward.
How I don't know. I don't know that I could have done what he did.
Yeah, I had totally forgotten about that. So that was like a shock.
That was was one of those. Whoa!
Oh, maybe he was going to jump off the roof or wherever they were. They were up a couple stories, I think, or whatever. But I thought he was going to jump or something. But no, he took it right in the eye or forehead.
So if you haven't seen it, there's a big it was a big chunk of metal that was sticking out in a spike, and he basically headbutted it. It went through his eye and came out the back. Oh, it was. Ooh,
it was cool.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm all about the gore.
Yeah. I looked at it and I was like, I don't know that I could have done that. I said, I'm sitting there thinking, you know what? I think I probably would have taken my chances and run. Just like Matt said. He said, leave the city and get out of here. Go right now. I think I would have said, that's a darn good idea, Matt. I think I'll do that. Dumb cat.
Well, I think Healy knew that this reach goes beyond Hell's Kitchen and that he could probably find him no matter where he went.
Which is, again, Shield Maiden, you had said witness protection from the feds. Could you even get it? I mean, you could get into witness protection from the feds, but would that be safe for you? I mean, is his reach that far to where even on a federal level?
He has people.
He is the kingpin after all. So,
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't have people somewhere in the federal government.
If you're paying with cash and you get relocated to another country. Oh, and keeping your mouth shut. If I went to another country, I think it would have to be someplace tropical. I'm not a cold person. I don't do cold very well. It'd have to be somewhere where it stays warm most of the time, and there's a beach. But that's just me. That's just the way I do it. Okay. So he unalives himself, and Matt's just standing there. Where did we? Oh, we end with Fisk. He's at an art show or a gallery of some kind. This lady that approaches him, if I recall correctly, I haven't seen the episodes in like it's been over a year, but she becomes kind of the girlfriend of Wilson's.
Yep. Vanessa. I don't remember her last name, but her first name's Vanessa.
She's not on the IMDb. Oh yeah, it is. Mariana, Vanessa Mariana. And again, I love D'Onofrio. I think he's great. Oh, not Criminal Minds. Law and Order. Criminal Intent. I think that was the one. That's one. He's in one of the Law and Orders, and he's great.
Yeah, he was very weird in that one.
No, it was beautiful. It was beautiful, weird. It was almost like who did Peter Falk play? Columbo. To where it was like, he'd go in and ask him questions and just one other thing. Let me ask you one other thing. And he was a lot like that too, to where it was like, yeah, but you did this. But what about this over here? What one more thing? What about this? You know, what's going on
Maybe
over here?
that's why I didn't like the character, because I really didn't like Columbo.
Oh.
I liked the other ones, but Columbo.
Oh, Debbie, we can't talk about Columbo on this show. We're dating ourselves. We're old. Yes, leave us alone.
Well, if anybody's been watching us long enough, they know by now. I'm more ancient than he is, but still, we are dating ourselves. So
I'm gonna turn off this and go watch Matlock and the Rockford Files. Ah!
James Gardner, love him.
I'm sorry. I'm old. Yes, I know.
Thank you, Shield. I'm glad you think so.
Yes. I will say this. I've got some friends that are my age, and their beards are a lot grayer than mine is, and I'm looking at it going, "Ha! Your hair is gray too. Mine is not. I have good genes."
I have a lot of gray. A lot of it's like under. You can't see it on the camera. It doesn't really show up, but a lot of it's like, I don't know why, but it's all underneath, and you can't really see it here, but I have like a white streak.
Oh, so it's like a what's it called? Frozen? Anna and Elsa, Frozen?
Oh,
no?
I was gonna say Pepe Le Pew, but you know.
Oh, okay. All right, fine.
But yeah, we're old.
We're old. Leave us alone. Anyway, oh, and Full Metal Jacket. You gotta love him in Full Metal Jacket too.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Oh, so good, so good. And the Jurassic World.
Mm-hmm.
He was
plays an asshole.
Jurassic World. I have said this before. There is not a perfect movie. There has never been a 100% perfect movie. It just doesn't exist. Jurassic World came awful darn close. You had a movie with Vincent D'Onofrio. You had a movie with Chris Pratt. You had a movie with dinosaurs. The only thing missing from that movie that would have made it good is if it had Star Wars in the title. Then it would have been like the perfect movie. But, you know.
I like the trilogy, the second trilogy, I guess I should say. Well, the third one.
I haven't seen the third one.
Yeah, I had issues with the third one, but the first and second Jurassic Worlds, I liked. I enjoyed them. Third one was okay, but it had issues. I won't spoil anything. But
again, I haven't. I know it's on. I think it's on Prime right now. I could probably watch it if I really, really wanted to. But it's down on my list of things. I gotta watch the Jay and Silent Bob reboot and Clerks 3 first. So I gotta find those though. Kevin Smith, we love you. Love you. I just haven't seen your last two movies yet though. I'm sorry. Apologize for that. Okay. Do we have anything else? Did I miss anything, Debbie?
Nope. I think we have covered everything pretty much.
Wow. This wasn't a short episode either. I mean, well.
It was 53. That's including credits, but right. It was 53 minutes. Wait.
I mean, all of these are all of these episodes are right around the same time. So it's not like
close to an hour, yeah.
It's not like we're getting, and we talked about this last week, to where it's not Mandalorian to where we get an hour one week and then we get 27 minutes the next. So it's pretty consistent.
I was hoping Ahsoka would change that, but no.
Actually, the first two episodes, which premiere tomorrow night at 6 p.m. East Pacific time, I think that is
6 p.m. my time, or 9 p.m. my time.
It's 9 p.m. It's 8 p.m. my time. But I think each one of those is almost an hour long, isn't it? It's like
And
going to
the
be
first two, and then the third one is like 30 minutes.
yeah, but the first two is, I mean, that's going to be like a movie. Man, it's going to be great.
True, but I just wish they were all consistent time wise.
And see, that was something that Netflix did different with these series too, was that they released everything like, here's season 1, all at once. Here's season 2, all at once. They didn't say, okay, you've got to wait a week. You've got to keep your membership up so that you can. We're not giving you a membership for one day so you can binge watch this thing. And
yeah, but now, well, at least 2 of the shows that I watch now, they're doing like half seasons. They did it with season 4, Stranger Things. They released so many episodes, and then you had to wait. I don't know, 3, maybe it was a month, I don't know, for the second season to come out. And then they did the exact same thing with The Witcher. I don't see the no.
Hey, Endo, how are you?
I don't see the logic in doing that.
It's to make it more like it. Okay, so if you were to watch a regular television show, NBC, CBS, ABC, whatever, any of the big networks, and it was 22 episodes long. The season's about 22 episodes long. You would have a run. You'd probably start like mid-September, and you would probably run till just after Halloween, and then you would go on a hiatus for like a month and a half, and then come back at the beginning after the new year. Just because it's like, we're not, unless you have a holiday episode that you're going to throw in there, which, and even then it might be, we're coming back for like 2 episodes and then we're gone again until January, the second week in January or something like that.
No,
and
they don't come back until February or March now.
I don't understand the logic behind that. I mean, I kind of do, because it's like, okay, well, we've got 22 episodes, but we've got to stretch it out over 37 weeks. So we can't do, an episode a week. So it's like, okay, well, just make more episodes then.
Well, yeah, but then you get into award season, and depending on what series you're watching and what network they're on, then, you don't get to watch them during award season because, they're all on. And then you get football and baseball, and oh my God, we can't air then. So, yeah.
Don't get me started. I was watching, oh my gosh. In fact, it popped in my Facebook feed. It pops every year, and I get so mad because Big Bang Theory. That was, I watched the season premiere of that, and every week I was on my couch at that time to watch the Big Bang Theory all the way up until the series finale. I watched that entire series, and I can still watch it. I love watching. I think it's hilarious. I think it's the funniest thing, mainly because I know most of those guys. So, and not like those guys, not the actors, but the characters. I know most of those characters, and just the way that they, I'm a geek too. I relate, it's just one of those things. I get it. But there was a Thursday night, I want to say it was in October. Actually, yeah, it was in October, because they were playing the World Series, and they canceled the Big Bang for the World Series. And I was like, oh, I was so mad. I was like, dumb baseball game interrupted. And that happened like 2 or 3 weeks in a row. And then
how long the series went.
Yeah. And what made it even worse was I was like, okay, you know what? That's fine. They can have this. I'll watch it when it comes back new. I can just jump over to TBS, because TBS at the time was playing everything in syndication. So I was like, okay, I'll just jump over to TBS and I'll watch it over there. No! NBA basketball all over TBS. I'm like, sports things. And then you had
been denied.
And then once baseball's over, all of a sudden they started playing football on Thursday nights. And I'm like, you guys are killing me with this. You're going to interrupt my thing for a game. Hey, Green Ranger. I'm sorry for the rant. I apologize. I'm ranting on sports. Leave me alone. But anyway, I was just like, and then they moved football to Prime. It's like only on Prime on Thursday nights. I'm like, yes. But of course, that was only for like the last season of Big Bang, but it was still I chalked it up to a win.
Mm-hmm.
Or again, and this has happened too. You're absolutely right.
We do them quite frequently.
It gets things off my chest. It's like therapy. But two, you got things like, okay, so on Sunday nights I watch Animation Domination, Bob's Burgers, Simpsons, Family Guy. There've been a myriad. I loved watching American Dad and the Cleveland Show. I loved watching all of that. But God help me, if there's a race on, like a NASCAR race on Sunday afternoon,
or golf,
or football, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, we're going to go into overtime. No! And the DVR doesn't help anything either, because the DVR says I'm going to start recording at 7:00. And it's like, there's still 20 minutes left in this game. You're going to
And 20 minutes goes into at least an hour and a half.
It's awful. Oh. Actually, the poker one's because I'm a hockey fan, and the channel that my Dallas Stars play on, it used to not, if the hockey game ran into overtime, it would stop it. Like, it said, okay, we're setting this block up for the hockey game. And if the hockey game went into overtime, they just cut it off right there and jumped into World Series of Poker. And I was like, you're not even going to let me finish watching this game, are you? I can't believe it. I got to listen to it on the friggin' radio so I can hear what happens.
Now, where I live, I don't know if they do it anymore, but back in the day, if something was running over and there was like a TV show that was supposed to come on right after it, they would come on, or there'd be like a little banner underneath, and it would say, if you want to watch blah, 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 go to channel 4.
Right.
It's airing over there on channel 4. I don't think they do that anymore, do they?
They do. I know that like Wheel of Fortune bumps over to the if you're watching Wheel of Fortune and like the President's on, or I think World Cup Soccer was on at some point, and they said, okay, we're airing World Cup Soccer, but Wheel of Fortune, you can go to our sister channel over here. And oh, you missed it. Go back up a little bit. We were talking about we were talking about the Rockford Files and Columbo.
Wild Wild West. I always loved that one. That one in Ponderosa, or I guess it was Bonanza.
Bonanza.
Little Joe. I had such a big crush on him.
But yeah, they still switch over to other channels, and that's at least that's something, I guess.
I don't have regular TV, so I don't know if they do that anymore or not. Around here, I don't know if they do.
So anyway, they don't do that here, no. And God help me if the Cowboys game is on. I live in the Dallas area, so it's like a cult. If the Cowboys game, your TV better be on that Cowboys. Why? You have to watch the Cowboys game, otherwise you can't talk to anybody for the next week. I
used to be a Cowboys fan back in the day.
Back in
Roger Staubach.
That old. Whew.
Yeah.
All right.
That's when I became a Cowboy fan. Mr. Captain Comeback. That was his nickname. Captain Comeback. Hell yeah.
My favorite team is whoever happens to be playing against the Cowboys.
I don't follow them anymore, but
yeah, and yeah, that's a whole nother ball of wax, because I'm upset with that, because I think your Kraken beat my Stars in the playoffs last year, so they had a good team. It was a good season for them, but you beat my Stars. I'm not happy.
Yeah, I used to watch Colts basketball. Oh my God, Colts football until Peyton left. I still miss Peyton. Used to watch Notre Dame college football And then I used to watch IU basketball, but since I don't have regular TV, I don't watch those anymore.
Excellent.
I catch highlights on the internet. So.
You keep up with the score, read the box score, and you can still talk around the water cooler. You're fine.
Yeah, it's like
I got to where I would listen to like sports talk radio on the way in the day after, and just to sound smart, I'd use stuff that they said. I'd be like, "Yeah, well, Romo threw for 9 yards this game, but 2 games ago he threw for 27."
how the hell did we get on sports?
I don't know. We're all over the place. Do we have anything else for Daredevil? We good on Daredevil? Can we go back to Daredevil? Good.
No, we're done with Daredevil. We have covered that episode.
Excellent. Well, what about shameless plugs? Do we have any shameless plugs?
Sith Dominion usually comes on Tuesday nights, but
I think they're off this week.
Well, he said he was going to create some kind of content, but I have not heard what. It wouldn't be live, but he was going to create Dr. Dana Martin, if you don't know. Yeah, he was going to create something. So, but I haven't heard what that is. But you can go back if you haven't watched. You can go back and there's like 4 or 5 episodes of the Sith Dominion. So if you are a Star Wars Sith fan,
I was
you
on
might
that
want to
show.
go check that out. It's pretty good.
Have you been on that one yet?
No, I have not. Not yet.
Okay. We gotta answer the question. Are you excited for the Marvels?
I am. It looks funny.
I'm curious.
Looks like there might be some humor to it because I believe both of us like Miss Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
I like Monica Rambeau.
Love Monica Rambeau.
Brie Larson.
Nah.
I know you guys don't like her. I don't know. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. I think it depends on what kind of mood I'm in.
I showed Sam, my 4-year-old, the last like 10 or 15 minutes of Endgame the other day, to where it was, it was all the. In fact, it was I picked it up right when Cap strapped his shield back on, and he was standing there, and he's getting ready to face down all of Thanos' armies, and then it opens up the portal, and Cap on your left, and everybody comes through, and he's like looking, oh, there's Spider-Man, oh, there's Thor, oh, there's this, and then just all over the place. And when Brie Larson flew in and smashed the ship, and he goes, oh, who is that? And I was like, that's Captain Marvel. Oh, okay, yeah, that's Captain Marvel, And then she swings down and she goes, and Spider-Man's there, and he goes, hey, how's it going? And she says, hey, Peter Parker. He's like, oh, I know who Peter Parker is. He was excited.
Aw.
Hey, Peter Parker. Anyway,
I'm always excited for the fandoms that I watch. I'm always excited to see anything new and pray to God it doesn't suck.
It's not the Eternals.
Oh, Lord. That's probably the only, and I know people will argue with me about that, but that's probably the only movie that I truly dislike. I don't think I've watched it since I seen it in the movie theater. I
don't think I have either, honestly.
I've thought about it when I've been doing my yearly Marvel rewatch.
The externals.
Oh, no.
Yes, they were external. Oh, you did. Oh, I thought you were making a clever pun. Oh.
Did you like it? Did you like the Eternals, sir, ma'am?
Anyway, yeah, the Eternals. Captain America, the First Avenger. I know I get a lot of hate from that one.
From me, yes.
From you. I'm sure there's other people out there that are.
I love all the Captain America movies. Especially, well, because Bucky's in it. Hello.
It was a big montage. The whole movie was a montage.
Nothing wrong with that. It told his origin story. That's all I needed.
Black Knight.
I haven't heard Anything
haven't heard
on,
anything on that one either.
yeah,
And
I think that was
that's
supposed
one of those characters like Hercules was introduced in Thor: Love and Thunder, like
yeah.
right at the end. You had what's her name at the end of Doctor Strange. I think that's well, the Eternals even at the end of theirs was
Blade. Or no.
well, it was gosh, the guy that travels around with the gnome. It was Seth Rogen, I think. Anyway, so it had. I think he was the voice of the
even
troll.
more reason to dislike the movie. I don't know. I don't.
Anyway, all that aside, I think that's one of those characters that they've like. It's like, hey, here he is, but we're not going to do anything with him, so he's just kind of an Easter egg for you guys.
Well, I'm sure they plan on doing something with them. It's just that it's further down the line, and I'll probably be dead by that time. So, but I would like to see more Kit Harington. So, Mr. Jon Snow, can't get enough of him. So,
I think they need to make a. You say Star Fox. I say they need to make a Nova movie. We need a Nova. And well, I think they need to expand on Adam Warlock just a little bit and make him a little, rather than kind of the nerdy know nothing character.
well, he's just a baby.
He's just a baby. I know.
Really,
they need to grow him up. He needs.
I think by the next time they come out with the new Guardians movie, I think he'll be much improved.
I hope so. We hope.
I really want a Ghost Rider movie, and no, not Nick Cage.
Oh,
first one was okay. Second one,
oh, we need to talk about those movies at some point too. That means we'll have to go watch them. Oh,
like
we
did. First one wasn't bad, and it had oh God, what's his name? Oh shit! Oh, the cowboy dude.
Oh, Sam Elliott.
Yeah, Sam Elliott. Hello, Mr. Yep. Sam Elliott. Yummy, yummy.
So you got to go on your harem wall?
No.
No?
You know, I've got so many. There's so many. I need to trim it. There's so many. But I do. Yes, there you go. I need to redo that. But yeah, Sam Elliott. Anything he's in, I'll watch. He was in 1883, part of the Yellowstone series.
Oh, yeah.
Which I've yet to see Yellowstone because it's only on Peacock, and I don't have Peacock.
Peacock's free. It's free.
You can watch 1 or 2 free episodes, and then you have to pay a subscription.
Really?
Yep. Because I tried to watch the new Quantum Leap show, and I was able to watch the first episode, and then it was like, for more episodes, you need a subscription.
Oh, I haven't watched Peacock in a while, so that disappoints me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's Tubi. Tubi's the one I've been watching a lot of. They've got some good stuff on there, and it's free for the most part. Anyway, so we've got Sith Dominion is usually Tuesday nights, but we're not sure if they're going to do anything this week. I think Dana's out of town. Thursday nights, Cantina Happy Hour.
It's us again.
It's us again and Cam. The difference between that, though, is that now we're not talking Mando anymore. We are now on Ahsoka, because Ahsoka, the TV show, will premiere on tomorrow night, Tuesday night, and then we will talk about it on Thursday night. So we're going to have
very excited.
Happy times.
Yep. God only knows who else.
Ezra the Cat Rebel. It's Rebel season 5.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just call it that.
And I'm not mad.
Let's see. Saturday night is the Geek Gauntlet podcast. Well, it's a show. You can watch it. It's great. They talk about a little bit of everything. They talk about DC, Marvel, anime, gaming,
Star Wars. It's geeky. They talk about it.
Yeah, yeah. And then we've got a new podcast now called War of the Stars. War of the Stars.
It comes out on Wednesdays.
Is it Wednesdays? They've got a couple of
Yeah, we've got a couple episodes up.
There's a couple of episodes up, and he's doing a thing where it's Star Wars through the eyes of a child right now, to where basically they're watching
him and his daughter.
Yes, I'm sorry. Him and his daughter are watching the Clone Wars in canonological order, so that they're watching.
I thought I spoke bad.
I don't not spoke no bad.
I would have struggled with that too, so I can't say anything.
So anyway, and basically it's here's what daddy thinks and here's what young child thinks, and it's a good show. I've watched it. I've watched the first episode. I haven't watched the second one yet, but I've watched
I have not had a chance to, so
but that comes, when is that? That's on,
I think it's on Wednesdays.
Is it Wednesdays? Okay.
I don't know if Shield is still on to answer that, or I don't know if they.
She just commented something. She might be. Shield Maiden, by the way, is going to be on. She usually is on Geek Gauntlet if she's on. So, anyway, so got all of that. We have got a drawing going on right now, or is it a giveaway? It's not a drawing; it's a giveaway. It's a giveaway. We got a giveaway going on. Go to check out our Facebook page, check out our Instagram page, check out our TikTok, Twitter.
Oh.
It's two shows. It's two shows.
I did not realize that. I very confused about that. I thought it was all one show. Okay.
Eyes of a Child is Sunday and War of the Stars is Wednesday. I thought it was the same thing. The same guy does both of them, I think. And I think that's where the confusion lies. Anyway, go check all of that out. It's a lot of fun.
Dr. Dana.
There's Dr. Dana. Look at that.
Was your ears burning? Because we were talking about you.
Yeah, I was gonna say we were just talking about you.
Okay.
There you go. Eyes of the Child YouTube show. War of the Stars podcast.
We'll figure it out. They're fairly new, so
yeah, they haven't gotten into our group.
Swing of things.
Yeah, our lineups. We're still learning where everything lies.
So I interrupted you about the giveaway.
Yes, giveaway. Go check out Facebook. Go check out Instagram. It's all over all of our socials right now. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all over everywhere. You can go in. You can enter, I think, 4 to 5 entries, I think. And it's simple stuff. It's simple stuff. Threads. I guess we're on Threads too. That one's a new one to me. I mean, I knew we were there. I haven't played with that one yet. But we're giving away 2 Funko Pop figures. One of them is Ahsoka, and the other one is Sabine, in honor of course, the show coming out tomorrow night. And then we're also giving away a set of 4 etched slate Star Wars coasters. And I think
cool.
is that all one big prize, or is that?
It's all one prize.
Okay.
Winner
takes it all. So get your names in there. All you got to do, I mean, it's simple, dumb stuff. Go subscribe to our Facebook. It's just go to the webpage.
Visit this page. Visit that page.
Yeah. Go look at things. It's nothing, and it's free. It's free. I promise you. We do not play the pay to play thing. So we're not Tubi, we're not Peacock, I guarantee you this is 100% free. I promise you, and we will ship it to you, and it's great. Okay. Is that it? Did we get everything? We got all the shows. We got the giveaway. Oh, by the way, with the giveaway, there's only a few hours left. I think it goes till midnight tonight. So midnight Central Standard Time tonight. I think.
Yeah, at 10:30. Well, 10:30 my time. Shield put on 2 hours left.
Okay.
That was at 10:30.
That was at 10:30 her time, so that would have been 9:30 my time, so it would have been 11:30. 11:30 Central. Oh, look at that.
PM.
I'm so glad you're here listening. We need to get you on the show. That way you can tell us where we're wrong.
Do it all. As we suck. I keep saying I'm going to make a list so I can just run right through it, and I never do. So.
Yeah, we'll just stick a post-it on my screen over here so I can. All right, here we go. So 11 p.m. Central Standard Time, 12 p.m. East Coast Time, Eastern Standard Time, 10 o'clock Mountain, 9 Pacific. Everything goes dead. You've only got you've got at my clock right now, you've got 1 hour and 23 minutes. 1 hour and 23 minutes. An hour 23 left. Get those entries in so you can win all this free stuff. So go check out. Like I said, everything's on all of our socials. So or the way to enter is on all of our socials.
Yeah, there's a link for the entry.
And it's being pushed, so it's probably going to be all the way up to the top. It'll be like one of the first things you see. So look, Geek News Now. Also check out geeknewsnow.net. There's a lot of really cool articles and content on there. Johnny Lynch just wrote one about Ahsoka, which was
that was very good.
I thought it was great. Characters we want to see. Shield Maiden says it's pinned on Facebook. Look at that. It's pinned. It was just a great read. I think there's a lot of Ahsoka stuff coming out from the writers this week in honor of the show Ahsoka. So if that's your thing, go check it out. geeknewsnow.net. Good reads, good authors. But that's going to be it for us tonight for MCU Mondays. We will see you all next week. Y'all have a great week. And, Daredevil. We're talking Daredevil next week, episode 4. So we'll see you all next week where we can talk about Daredevil. Y'all have fun.